Zelete, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you. Oh, everybody is preparing for Africa, but the African never prepares for him or herself. After kicking people out of the continent, these same people are sitting down and saying that they can never allow people to go scot-free. They can't allow Africa to have access to their resources, that it is not possible. Because one, we don't have the knowledge of what we have. That is why they make sure that the kind of education they've given to us will not teach us mining, will not teach us things that are on our soil, that will have the knowledge as to what to do with these things. Teach us what is the highest mountain in the world, the highest mountain in Africa. We should be taught that photosynthesis is this and that without us knowing the process. We should go and be labeling the parts of animals. You understand? This is the kind of education we are supposed to give to the African. So how come the African has final reason to tell us that we need to move out of their land? That is not possible. So, now the people are no longer hiding. They are now planning to come back militarily into Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. That they will never allow them to kick them out and have access to their resources. They have used other means and it's not working. Now they have to come with full force. Full force. Yet the Africans are sitting there unconcerned, thinking that what is happening is in Mali, Burkina and Niger. So as long as I am not in these countries, whatever that happens there is none of my business. These are the Sahelians. Why can't you join the train? Be like other democratic electors so you have peace. Why must you think of taking control over your resources? For what reason? We are having our peace, yes. Accept democracy and you'll be free. Because that is the message they have preached to us. Freedom is about accepting democracy, which we don't even understand according to P.O. Lumumba. We don't even have this word in our languages. The Black Winter Captain Ibrahim Traoré spoke about is finally here. Now the people are thinking of coming into Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso with force. Then how do they survive? Everything that they need is from there. They don't even have plan B. They only have plan A. And the plan A has always been Africa. So now the Africans are sacking them, kicking them out. How do we expect them to survive? So they must do everything possible to come back into the continent with force. They have decided to negotiate and you are not ready. Do this and you'll be free. You are not ready to do that. Those who have decided to be in that lane to obey us, we have allowed them to have their peace. You have your peace, we take your resources. You continue to live in poverty. Your resources are not yours. You are only living on the land, but the resources are not yours. For how long will we continue to preach this to you, leaders in Sahel?
For us Europeans, it is the Mediterranean and Africa where our destiny is at stake. And so we have constantly tried, we French, to lead the Europeans in this awareness of the need to act collectively in Africa and the Mediterranean. And I am absolutely sorry to see the failure of our commitments in the Sahel. And I think that in any case, we will have to ask ourselves the question again. It's simply unconscious. And so I think that this common interest should one day lead Europe to decide to act as a political entity and to defend its own interests, including through the engagement of its armies.
So people are still preparing to come back stronger into the continent, simply because the African has decided to take control over his or her resources. But the most painful aspect is the African doesn't even know what he or she has because of the kind of education we are given. We are brainwashed. So we believe there's nothing in our continent. So we'll die on the Mediterranean Sea to get there, just to become modern slaves to other people. We are trying to reconscientize the African, but the African is so busy with things that has nothing to do with his progress in life. And when we finish, we then come back and tell the world, you see, we need jobs. There's unemployment. You are not wasting your energy on things that will give you the employment, that will give you the power to have control over everything that has to do with you. We need to wake up as a people. What is happening, like Captain Ibrahim Traore said, is either the whole of Africa unite and fight, or we perish forever. So the ball is in our court. They are coming into the continent united because they are calling on everybody to come together. So they come into the continent. And he's not the first person to make that call. There was another one who said that was the time that all-in-all General Chiani sacked the United States of America. That if it were to be under the time of this new president of the US, this small country called Niger wouldn't have dared do that. They will come in militarily. They don't care what happens to us as long as their interest is served. Yet the African is not fighting to protect his or her interests. We are divided to the point that we still see ourselves to be our own problem. People are still not happy that we have leaders like the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso who are not talking, promising us, and when the time is due, they are 4 or 5 years and they are not able to do anything, and we ask them, they tell us they were all political talks. We are brainwashed with party that we can't see beyond anything. We are programmed in a way that we don't understand nothing about our continent, about the world, about how people are using you, the African. We are so interested in things that has nothing to do with the future of the African. And that is why when you come on social media, especially the youth that are coming, if they are not dancing, they are singing, like Captain Ibrahim Traore said, when it comes to entertainment, they will sponsor. Why would they be pushing money into entertainment? Why those things? And not in our research, and not in our talents, but these things. And these are the things that the African love so much. So when we go on social media, we are looking at these things. So the youth today, when you sit down and look at the youth, then you ask yourself, what future has Africa left? And if this our generation, we don't fight to change the narrative, I wonder the kind of Africa we'll leave behind. Because with these ones that are coming, and the things that they love, and the way they have succeeded in programming them, it's just unbearable. It's not like our time that we were fortunate we didn't have these things around. There was nothing like social media. It's painful that people are working 24/7, sleepless nights, seeing how they will come in stronger, yet the African is wasting time 24/7 on unnecessary things. We are the only people that can change the narrative. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. And the time has come that we rise in unity to defend ourselves. If you want to see Africa like China and the rest of the world, it must be in unity. We must fight now to change the narrative. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's colonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world. In Europe,